Knee flexion PAILs rails are an exercise we can do in a couple different positions. We're gonna do them in prone today. You're gonna need a strap that does not have a lot of stretch to it or a really thick band. That way you can get the most out of the movement. You're going to attach it to the foot you're going to be working on. I'm gonna attach it to my left foot here, and then you're going to assume the prone position, and you're going to pull your foot into your max knee flexion. So for most people, that might be heel to butt, and you might have to press your thigh into the ground so that we're also not pulling into full hip extension as well. If you hit a point where you feel the back of your knee, you feel some sort of pinching in there, that restriction we do not want to push into. The most you should feel is a quad stretch. If you don't feel a quad stretch and you want to, tuck your belt buckle towards your nose while you're doing this, and you should be able to direct a little bit more of stretch in the front of your thigh or your quad. Now, for the PAILs contraction, you're going to start kicking your foot into the strap. So that's gonna look like this type of movement, but PAILs is an isometric contraction, so we're not gonna let it go anywhere. You're gonna keep your knee in, not let it rotate out, and you're just gonna ramp up to the desired intensity slowly, starting at 10 to 20, ramping up to 50, maybe up to 75, maybe even a max effort, depending on what's on your program, and holding for the prescribed amount of time, anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds up to 15 to 20, and then ramping down. Now the rails contraction is going to be thinking about trying to pull your heel towards your butt. So you're gonna stay in that position. We're now just gonna pull the heel towards the butt. You're gonna feel your hamstrings work here. You're gonna ramp that up to the desired intensity and hold in whatever is prescribed, again, typically somewhere between 10, 15, or 20 seconds. And that is gonna be one round. You're gonna do the rounds that are prescribed to you, but making sure that as you're doing them, when you do your PAILs and we're kicking in, you are feeling the quads. When you do your rails and you are pulling your heel towards your butt, you're feeling your hamstrings. We also want to avoid a lot of spine movements and compensations and the knee traveling out. So make sure you're watching for that. But over time, you should feel like your knee is starting to feel better. A lot of what we're doing with this type of work is some tissue remodeling, and you should also feel like you can get more and more range of motion until you have your max range of motion that you need, and then you can progress to a more challenging position.